Well, that turned out to be a hot mess, but it worked out. The tree is on the ground. It didn't fall on anything or anybody. Welcome to the homestead. I have another dead, dangerous tree to cut today. On last video, I cut a tree that had died from drought last summer, and the top had fallen out and had become a very dangerous situation. And I've got a very similar situation with another tree in the same area. Right here's the tree I cut last time. This tree is out here by what we call the goat baby barn and the hay barn, and that's the goat barn. This is where we have the babies and put the mothers. And this tree is right here, a dead poplar. It tried to hang on during the spring, had some green leaves on it, but it finally just gave it up. And the other night, it started dropping limbs. And this is a pretty good sized limb right here. The goats aren't happy about it at all. And then one limb fell over here in the goat pen, and they're really not happy about it at all, are y'all? Y'all don't like limbs falling on you? No, they don't like this situation. So, that's what we've got to do today. We've got to get that poplar down. The good news about this tree is it's leaning in the direction that I need it to. If you look at the center line of gravity and go straight up, you'll see that the whole tree is on the right side of that line, and so that's perfect. So, unlike in last video with the tree, I used a rope for safety purposes, just for some insurance. On this tree, I don't think I need a rope, except I do have one problem that I think I may encounter, and that is that those other trees that I'm having to drop through may hang the tree. I'm going this way, and those trees will possibly hang it up. And if it hangs up, that's going to be a problem, because you got all that weight pushing down on the stump, pushing against the hinge and pushing backwards a little bit on the hinge. It may just break as it contacts those limbs up there from the other trees. It may just start breaking, top breaking out, limbs breaking out and falling, and the tree just fall on down. That's one scenario. The other is that it just hangs up there and it's just leaning there, and in that case I'll have to just try to push it on down. I don't like that. That's a dangerous situation, especially with a dead tree. And I'm going to try to keep my hinge as thick as I possibly can so that it doesn't break down here. The other tree, if you watched the last video, and I hope you'll go back and watch that one, that was a very brittle tree, and so it just exploded when it hit the ground. This one is not as long dead as that one was, but it's still very dead, and it's probably very brittle, especially at the top. So I'm not going to take any chances with it. I don't think I'll need to have the rope for insurance as far as pulling it in the right direction or nudging it in the right direction. But I am concerned about the top and it hanging up. So what do y'all think about it? Y'all think that tree needs to come down? What about you, Pop-Tart? You think it needs to come down? Just as long as you're not under it. The last tree I cut, you can see Pop-Tart rushing out of the way as it started coming down. Dolly D, what do you think about it? Y'all really want me to move that limb, don't you? I will. Well, what I feared has happened. It has hung up just as soon as it started moving. It made contact with those limbs and those other trees, and it is hung there. It's caught. So I don't want to cut the hinge anymore because it could break off down there. So I'm left with really no other option than to either push the tree down or try to pull it with a rope. I don't want to be under it on the other side because little branches are falling out as it kind of settles into those branches up there. So I think I'm going to do the other dangerous thing and take the tractor and the grapple and push. See if I can nudge it over. Pray for me. The tree is on the ground. It didn't fall on anything or anybody, so had to pull it down with the rope, and I could only, and I've got some really good help cleaning up right now.
Okay, get that other side. We're gonna move it to this. Now, how do we do this?
What would I do without all this good help? I tell you what. Well, y'all doing a great job. I sure appreciate it. Already got us a burn pile going here. Yeah, another dead tree down. Like I said, it was ugly, really ugly, but it's down. All is well, and so I praise the Lord for that.